spot. On the spot. On the spot.
Welcome to On the Spot. I'm your host, the world famous Colors. I have a special guest here today, all the way from California. Please give him a round of applause. Give the Hustla Emcee a round of applause. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much.
How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Brought you into Ohio, baby.
Well, you know, when you're hustling, you're trying to make a living in life, and you're trying to stay on the grind. You know, sometimes you end up where God wants you to be.
Okay, then. So, how you come up with the name? Hustla Emcee.
Well, Hustler was a name that was actually given to me by all of the older gentlemen in the street who was watching me grind every single day as a kid. And they say, look at that young little hustler right there, always trying to figure out ways to make a nickel or a dime. And so every time they see me, it was like, little hustler, come here a second, man. Little hustler this, little hustler that. And before you know it, it just stuck. And, then as you get older, people start shortening things, and Hus became the name. So
Wow.
Hustla Emcee was, by God, right for me to have that name as a hip hop artist.
Okay, then. So you're talking about a hip hop artist. What brought you into the music business?
Well, music has always been in my family. Basically, my mother was an aspiring singer, and she played music all the time. And so, it was always in the household, and I used to listen to all her music. And as I gradually became, more involved and fell in love with music, it just was something that I knew was never going to leave inside of my heart. And so I just I stuck with it, started writing songs, and then, slowly but surely that, escalated into hip hop.
Okay, so tell me about your first album.
Oh man, first album was kind of one of those things that just came together when I was hanging out in DeVoe Sound Studio. Ron DeVoe had a studio in Indianapolis, and his two twin brothers were the engineers of that studio, and they were playing a lot of songs, and they wanted me to, listen to all the upcoming artists. And, I had walked away from the game for a minute, but after I heard those artists, I was just like, you know what? I need to get back to it. I need to do what I said I was going to do when I was younger, and I need to put out an album. So, I left there just on top of the world, feeling like, man, I'm getting back into it. And, called up my producer and told him I needed him to send me some beats. He was shocked that I was ready to get back into it.
Okay, so in this music business, who inspired you?
I'm influenced by a lot of the greats, of course Snoop, Cube, all those cats from the West Coast just inspire me a lot, Anytime I listen to their music, it's always going to continue to inspire me, It's just a driving force. And of course, LL has always been a person that, influenced me as well. And what he did with hip hop during the time he did it in the East Coast was phenomenal. I don't think he gets enough credit for it.
Hustler. So tell me how it was growing up in South Central as a little boy.
So thank God I had hip hop to fall back on and kind of keep me grounded and focused on a bigger dream and a bigger goal than all the other things. And of course every neighborhood, because it was the birth of hip hop, every neighborhood had given birth to somebody in the neighborhood that was their number one rapper. And so I did a lot of battle raps, and and I think that I thank God that I had people to battle and keep me off the streets and doing all the other stuff.
That's off the chart. You better go on with your bad self. Okay, so with your new album coming out, what kind of audience you trying to target with this new album?
Well, I'm trying to target and attract any audience that is feeling my music. I mean, I have no preference at all.
So we talking about your new album. Can you give me do you mind giving me a little touch of that? you got on this new album coming out? Because I know it's going to be off the chain. Can you give it to me?
So that's why they call this on the spot, huh?
Yes, on the spot, baby. Let's do it.
20 years a slave in his life coma. Wake up, it's like napalm all up on you. You can't breathe, you're heaving like you're racing Pelotonia. Try to warn you, life storm is on you. You get no breaks, a fair shake in California. Just earthquakes and birds spit when you're born you. Stern loops from elders gazing through the freaking corners, trying to scorn you and then reform you. This is my life, and yeah, man, it's all mine. I'ma take this strife just like I'm serving time. Like OJ took that knife, I'ma take my 9 and try to get my shot just in a nick of time. Sometimes
Hold
I can't.
up, whoa, wait a minute. We don't want to give him too much. That album is going to be off the chain. I'm going to be one of the first one to buy that. When is it going to be coming out?
It's gonna be coming out next month.
Oh, wow. So you know what? Tell me a little bit about this competition.
Man, that was back in the day. So LA did this all citywide talent competition where they were looking for the next big, huge star. Didn't matter if he was a singer, a rapper, in a band or a group. They just wanted to find somebody who was hot. And they started out with the first 500 tapes that came through and was gauged by all of the radio stations. And, they had all 500 of those people show up. And it was like the Gong Show or American Idol before all those things even existed. So they said they were going to take the top 50 people from that, and they were going to proceed. So I went, performed. It was like so many people there. It was crazy. And after I performed, they gave me a call. They told me I made it to the top 50. So after the top 50, I go back, perform again. Now they're looking for the top 10. They told me I made it to the top 10. At this point in time, it's probably me and one other rapper. The rest are bands, groups, or solo singers. And so in the top 10, they bring us back, and this is like the semifinals, and they're looking for the top 5. And the top 5 are going to perform in this big club in Hollywood, and they're going to let the audience choose who's the top artist. So I go and I perform in the top 10, and they've got like a panel of record A&R people there, Warner Brothers, there was Motown, there was, Polygram, I mean, you name it, they were all there. There's about 8 of them. They say, okay, this time we want you to perform 2 songs. So I performed 2 songs, and at the end of it, the cat from Warner Brothers jumps up, and he stands up and he says, "Who wrote that?" And I was young, so I was just like, man, I took a little offense to it. I'm like, man, I write all my own music. What are you talking about? And he said, man, that was amazing. Then he starts clapping, and everybody else stands up, and they start clapping. And still being young, I thought, they do that with everybody. They're doing that with everybody. I didn't think nothing of it. And then not too long after that, I got a certified letter in the mail with a contract saying that I was one of the top 5 and that they wanted to sign me. So, yeah.
Oh, wow, that is exciting. Okay, so you're talking about this new album. Is this new album going to be in competition? Are you going to do that with this?
No, this was back in the day. I thought that's what you was referencing.
Yeah, I'm talking about back in the day too. But with this new album that you coming out, is that going to be, you going to use that one as any competition?
No. I mean, I think right now, for the people out there, I mean, I think that all music is good. Anytime you're making music, no matter who you are, no matter good, bad, or indifferent, I think all music is good for the soul. So, as long as you're saying something and somebody's listening, and they're jiving, they sit up there and they're bobbing their head to it and they're feeling it, or whatever it is, there's nothing wrong with making somebody feel something.
So are you going to have distribution for your new album coming out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so what about a billboard? Do you see yourself on a billboard in Cali and Miami?
Everybody has those visions, those dreams, to see yourself elevate to a level that you only dreamt about when you were a child. So I'm no different than those people, I mean, of course, I would love to see that. But more importantly, I think that I would just love for, the people that love and listen to hip hop to find something in my music that I'm giving them that they connect to.
Do you have any regrets in this music business and taking off like you did?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I have regrets that there wasn't two of me growing up, but looking back on it, I don't think I could have done it any different. I could have started sooner, but no regrets. I mean, I'm exactly where God wants me to be at this point in time in my life.
So is there anyone you would like to thank personally?
Yeah, I want to thank, obviously, I want to thank my producer, my son, Little Huss, and, I want to thank everybody that supported me, and I want to thank the rest of my kids for being there, supporting me, and not giving up on me as I walked away from many opportunities in this industry. But without them, I don't know if I would still be doing this grind,
Well, I want to thank you, Hustla Emcee, for coming to our show today. It's been so wonderful. So if anybody would like to get in contact with you, how would they get in contact with you?
Huss Song Productions, but obviously, you go through Marco Records at marcorecords.com, gmail.com.
If you would like to be on the spot, please contact us at 614-844-5150. Also, you can contact us at keepitlocked-on-the-spot@gmail.com. Thank you for watching On the Spot.
On the Spot is owned by Marco Records Recording Studio, based in Columbus, Ohio. We hope you enjoyed the show.
You never heard of me, rappers refer to me as something that couldn't be a myth or a fantasy created by men you see to